what is the importance of cooling rate? So the cooling rate determines the final microstructure and properties of steel. Okay, so the cooling rate, I mean that you are going to cool the material, or basically we can say the steel. Okay, because here we have taken the heat treatment of steel. Okay, so how do we let them cool? That decide the microstructure of that particular steel. Okay, so it will depend on the cooling rate and what the process that we have used to make them cool. Okay, so slow cooling, right? Example of annealing result in the core sphere light. So here what we are getting? We are getting a core sphere light. If we go with the annealing, right? In annealing, what we do? We do the slow cooling. And for the slow cooling, what the way that we choose, the way, we keep the material inside the furnace and just switch off the furnace. So at what temperature that we require to go, that we reach that temperature, and for that particular temperature, we hold for the for a while, and then we just stop the furnace so that you know it will start cooling the inside the furnace. So it will take a lot of time. So it's time consuming process, and that's why we are getting a core sphere light. Okay, so here we are having a very good kind of you know not very good, and it's just a course. It is very in between. The better one is the fine and then coarse, right? So coarse sphere light is micro structure that we are getting here. Okay, if we talk about the moderate cooling, so normalizing, right? You know what normalizing that we do? I have already gone through this all aspects in a last class. Okay, so in the fine pair light. So here we are getting the fine. So it depends what process that we are getting, that we are using. So for the annealing, we will be having coarse pair light, and if we go with the normalizing, then we would have the fine pair light. Okay, if we do the rapid cooling, example of quenching, okay, then result in the Martin side. So during the quenching, we would having a very hard material, because for the hardness, to increase the hardness of the material, that we go with the process like the quenching, right? So for the quenching, it is known as the case hardening. So after case hardening, the material that we are getting is known as martensite, and that martensite is having a very high hardness. Okay,